An unbreakable mind is not a mind that never suffers. It is a mind that refuses to stay broken. The strongest people are not born stronger than everyone else. They simply learn how to stand up one more time than life knocks them down. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that the pain you've been carrying for years no longer controls you. The criticism that once shattered your confidence becomes nothing but distant noise. The betrayal that once kept you awake at night becomes another chapter instead of your entire story. Somewhere between suffering and healing, a different version of you is waiting. Today, we are not talking about motivation. We are uncovering the psychology behind building a mind that life can never truly defeat. Part 1. Every unbreakable mind begins with a moment of complete collapse. Most people believe mental strength is about never crying, never failing, or never feeling afraid. But psychology tells a different story. Carl Jung once said, "No tree can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell." Every emotionally strong person has walked through darkness before discovering their own light. Your greatest pain is not proof that you are weak. It is the place where your mind is quietly learning resilience. Like steel shaped by fire, your character is forged by what you survive, not by what you avoid. The question is not whether life will break you, but whether you will allow that brokenness to become your identity. Part 2. The battle that destroys most people is the one nobody else can see. An unbreakable mind is built in the silent conversations you have with yourself when no one is watching. Every setback whispers, "You're not enough." Every rejection tries to convince you that your worth depends on someone else's approval. But this is where psychology reveals a powerful truth. Your brain believes the story you repeat most often. If you constantly replay failure, your mind begins to expect it. If you choose growth, your mind slowly adapts to it. The ancient Stoics understood this long before modern psychology. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Those words are not about ignoring pain. They are about refusing to let pain become the author of your future. Think of a mountain standing against endless storms. The wind does not ask permission. The rain does not care how tired the mountain is. Yet the mountain remains, not because the storm is weak, but because its foundation is deep. Your foundation is built one decision at a time, choosing discipline over excuses, patience over panic, and purpose over temporary comfort. Every time you refuse to surrender to fear, you teach your mind that survival is possible. Every time you rise after disappointment, your confidence grows, not because life became easier, but because you became stronger. The strongest minds are not free from fear. They simply refuse to let fear make their decisions. Part 3. The moment you stop chasing everyone's approval is the moment your real strength begins. One of the greatest psychological traps is believing that your value lives in someone else's opinion. You begin changing yourself to fit expectations, apologizing for your dreams, and measuring your worth through likes, praise, or acceptance. But the more you depend on external validation, the more fragile your mind becomes. A single criticism can shake the identity you spent years building. Friedrich Nietzsche wrote, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." Your purpose must become louder than the opinions surrounding you. Imagine a ship crossing a violent ocean. It is not the waves outside that sink the ship. It is the water that gets inside. In the same way, criticism only becomes dangerous when you allow it to enter your mind and define who you are. An unbreakable mind learns to listen without being controlled, to love without becoming dependent, and to lose without losing itself. This is not emotional coldness, it is emotional freedom. You stop asking, "Will they believe in me?" and start asking, "Am I living according to my values?" That single shift changes everything. The day your identity is rooted in your character instead of other people's approval is the day life begins to lose its power to break you. Part 4, Final Chapter. One day, you'll thank every storm that tried to destroy you. There comes a quiet moment in every life when you look back, not with anger, but with understanding. The betrayals that once shattered your heart taught you who deserved your trust. The failures that once filled you with shame became the foundation of your wisdom. The loneliness that once felt unbearable became the place where you finally met yourself. That is the hidden psychology of an unbreakable mind. It transforms suffering into strength instead of allowing suffering to become identity. Lao Tzu reminded us, "When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be." An unbreakable mind is not built by controlling every circumstance. It is built by accepting that pain is part of being human, while refusing to let pain define the rest of your story. Imagine an old tree standing alone on a cliff. Year after year, fierce winds bend its branches. Countless storms strip away its leaves. Seasons come and go, each leaving another scar upon its bark, yet its roots grow deeper with every storm. The tree does not become strong because life was gentle. It becomes strong because it learned to grow in the very place where others expected it to fall. Your life is no different. Every difficult conversation, every sleepless night, every disappointment, every goodbye, every silent battle no one else ever noticed, they were not only tests, they were training. They were quietly shaping a version of you that your younger self could never have imagined. So if life feels unbearably heavy today, remember this: the strongest chapter of your story may still be unwritten. The person you are becoming is stronger than the person you were yesterday, not because the pain disappeared, but because you refused to surrender to it. The mind that survives with hope chooses courage over comfort and keeps moving forward despite fear becomes something extraordinary. It becomes unbreakable. If this message spoke to you, carry one question into your day. What if the pain you've been trying to escape is actually preparing you to become the strongest version of yourself? Sometimes the greatest victory is not changing the world around you, it's changing the mind within you.